Alright, so the next ranged weapons to go head to head is this one, which I don't remember the name, and of course the gun from Hover Junkers level. I think this one will win because this one is semi-auto and this one isn't. But I don't know, I haven't used this gun really ever, which I think the same can be said for most people who play this game. Not Sandbox, Arena. I hope this one does show up in Arena, but if it doesn't, we can just hop into Hover Junkers and summon it. Yeah, I don't think this one is in here. So we will actually be leaving the Arena for this one and going to the Hover Junkers place instead. Because obviously if you have reclaimed something and you have access to the, not dev gun, I forget the name, I'm so sorry, I forget the name. The really cool gun that allows you to summon things into levels, or most levels. Yeah. Wait, what? Yeah, utility gun. There we go. If you have a utility gun, it's pretty easy to just bring things in. So I believe it might be this one. No. Might be this one. Actually, yes, that's the one that we're looking for. That one. It's not that one. Could be that one. Nope. This might take some time. So I might as well talk about the two guns some. Except I'm not going to because that would be silly without it being here. Okay. It might be MP5. Yeah. I remember MP5 being a thing. So, forget all these other ones. It's this guy versus this guy. So this one you can find in Museum, and I believe it's in... is it... I mean, obviously streets, but is it in train station? Or whatever that train station one is called. Maybe not. So, normally I test both weapons in actual arena combat, but since we're here... oh, there is infinite ammo, nice. I will just test these, assuming that there were enemies, even though I can obviously summon these guys here. So, we'll see how this goes. So, yeah, the reload is up there, which is a little annoying compared to the easier pistol one. That has some knockback, but it resets like instantly because our player character has wrists of steel. So that's interesting. Does it fit in the small? It does. Whereas this one, it's more like that kind of deal. Yeah, without it and just one hand, it doesn't go that much all over the place. Alright, let's test against like here. Okay, no, it definitely goes all over the place. Okay, yeah, so two hands versus one hand. Obviously, I prefer one hand generally in Boneworks, so definitely a point to that one there, and there is this one as well. So let's summon in a few of these dudes. Apparently. Okay, that wasn't too bad hip fire. I wonder how the iron sights will do. Because I don't know. Let's do maybe some of these guys. And then try and Okay. It's pretty decent, actually, the iron sights. And the burst fire is definitely convenient, because I tend to miss my first shot anyway. Let's see how this one does. Let's see. Sure, let's go back to what we did before with just a bunch of these guys. Okay, it seems like it's a bit low damage. Okay, it has an iron sight as well. That's interesting. And it does sound like a staple gun, which is kind of funny. Okay. Yeah, its iron sights, I think, is like that? No. I think it's just you line it up and that's it. Side to side, I mean. And that's it. Let's see here. Pretty easy to reload. Not the worst geometry, as long as you're paying attention. And I was clearly not paying attention to the enemies. Yeah, it does seem to be definitely low on firepower, which makes sense for a level that doesn't actually have any enemies. Yes. That sounds weird, but it's true. This is one of the levels with no enemies. Except for the ones you spawn in here, of course. So the lower damage is a bit of a shame, opposed to, obviously, this guy, MP5 or what have you, where even though you do need to use two hands, and it's probably the same amount of damage, it's nice that it shoots more rounds per second than, obviously, the pistol staple gun thing. I think I'm going to actually have to give it to the MP5, as I thought at the beginning, because it's just, I don't know, it's just really nice to have that spread fire, and two-handed definitely makes it a bit more lame, but it's worthwhile because in the time that it takes for you to reload, you've already dealt far more damage there than with this guy. And I don't know if you can fire this one as quickly as the pistol. That is something I'm actually curious about, so let's check that. Even though that's not the main... Yeah, there we go. Main point of this video. I am interested in how these two... I think it actually is the same firing. Oh, but this has a lot more magazine capacity. That's interesting. Because generally I really like this one. But, not gonna lie. No, this stapler one definitely beats out my favorite pistol, so that's interesting.